Hello, welcome to Anime Anonymous. I am CJ.
This is Ace.
And this is Jess.
And this episode, we are talking about the movie Redline. This came out 2009 by Studio Madhouse, which Studio Madhouse, if you don't know, made certain animes and movies like One Punch Man, the No Game No Life movie, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, Hajime no Ippo,
all my favorites.
Hellsing Ultimate, which I absolutely love, etc. They've been in the game for years, right? So Trigun, they've made a lot of good ones. I didn't know they made Black Lagoon. Or Black Lagoon's the second Barrage. Huh.
Bangers,
okay.
All bangers.
All right, and I want to say, I know off the top of my head, they did Overlord Season 4. So, like, the newest one. I don't know if they did the others, but I know for sure they did. But
right.
So, would make sense if they did the previous season. So,
as soon as I saw the intro, I was like, Madhouse? It's going to be a reason why I like this.
Madhouse has a good rep. I mean, they've made some meh ones. Like, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is kind of like a mid-movie, in my opinion. But, I mean, they have a good rep.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we jump into Redline, get the rigmarole out. If you guys want to hit us up with any comments, recommendations, etc., Instagram is xanimeanonymousx. Twitter is xanimeanonymous.
And audience is Anime Anonymous.
And then email xanimeanonymousx@gmail.com. So, yes, just like Ace said, the intro kind of off rip gets you into the movie. Just the music, the vibe,
the art.
Yeah, the art, like the way it says Redline and everything. Like, it starts you off expecting a fun movie, right? Yeah. And then the intro is literally into a race. Like there's not all this crazy like backstory or whatever. I mean, there's some like, what's those something shots. I can't think of it. But shots that kind of show you the world and then get into it. Yeah, but like they're in filmography or filmatography, whatever it's called. Those are called certain shots, for lack of a better word, setup shots, right? And so you see that this is a world with humans, but predominantly looks like very like humanoid creatures, because you have like a lot of dog-looking people riding motorcycles. You got aliens. Some weird-looking kid alien trying to tell her dad, like, "Yo, like, come on, like, open up the camera." She's like, "You have it facing the wrong way.
You got the cap stayed on."
She's like, "The cap is on, Dad." She's like, "Hurry up, it's about to happen." And then literally all the cars fly by and almost like wreck everybody, and they're just like, "Yeah."
That joke was hype.
Like, it reminds me of, if you guys didn't listen to the last episode, I don't blame you. But, but we said Redline is like a mix of Speed Racer, Death Race, like Fast and Furious, right? So it also made me think of like the off-roading like actual events that happen all the time, where people are like right next to the cars and they sometimes get hit because they want to be like so close, but these off-roading vehicles are flying over a hill. They can't see if you're standing there, so you're gonna get hit. Like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, so it jumps you in pretty quickly. So before I go into like a whole bunch of different things that I like, what did you think of intro, feelings, etc.?
Well, I already had good intentions. I'm a big Need for Speed fan as a gamer. Big Fast and the Furious fan as a moviegoer. And big Speed Racer fan. Death Race, all of that. So I was already hyped, tuned in. The girl, Sonashi McLaren, her car looks like one of the main competitors in Speed Racer. So that gave me some kind of nostalgia. And then
it almost looks like the Mach 6, to be honest, or the Mach E6.
The new Mach, the new
one. Yeah.
So I was just feeling all the feels, just super intense. The colors were amazing, the art. The adrenaline, the speed, the facial expressions. You really felt like
facial expressions in this, and oh my gosh,
they were crazy. Like they have a whole scene of the characters doing facial expressions. It was funny.
You talking about the host?
Yeah,
yeah, the freaking
bro. When they were doing the dance, like, yeah, they were.
No.
Yeah. I was all for it.
Like some like James Bond like femme fatales or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
yeah, it was amazing. Definitely enjoyed this one. I watched it in the Japanese with the English subbed to about an hour and 15. Then I rewatched it again in just the dub, just in case I missed anything. Enjoyed it even more because you like miss certain like audio commentators from the actual commentators. It was way more clear when they're
the shoutcasters.
Yeah, when you can just hear them in English. So I enjoyed it every single time I rewatched this anime. It is rated R in some scenes. I'm trying to make it PG.
TVMA.
Yeah, I was like,
R,
this is legit. Like I really enjoyed this.
Which side note? I didn't watch the other one, so I don't know if they probably like either remove scenes or censor them, but there is a Redline and there's a Redline 18+. So I don't know if maybe there's a difference between the two. No idea, but yes, this is an adult anime movie.
Because there was one that came out in January, then one that came out in like maybe April or something.
It might be the unedited one that came out. I just did the 18+ because I was like, I am 18+.
Right,
I'm gonna watch this.
And then also, I didn't watch this yet, but they have an alternative ending.
Do they?
Yeah, so it's their Redline special.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't.
With the alternative ending. Well, I just typed in Redline. I was like, they have an alternative ending, so I'm gonna definitely watch that tonight for sure. But I love this one. I love the characters. I love their relationships dynamic. I had no problem with any character. I'm trying to like scroll through and make sure I don't miss anybody, but I thoroughly enjoyed every single primary character, secondary character. I was all in.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, I'm like, none of the secondary characters were like annoying. Like there was nobody I was just like, they could be gone. Like,
right.
Yeah, no. What about you, Bib?
I mean, I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it, but that's because it's just probably like, I think the character drawings, like some of the weird ones, like just kind of creep me out. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry. But, like, the whole story was great, and it was just fun, especially since CJ and I watched it together, and just watching his reactions made the movie, like, 10 times better for me. Because the whole time I'm just thinking, all right. But some of the scenes where I'm like, why did they decide to draw the person like that? Like, Frisbee to me looks weird sometimes, and then
he's a damn alien.
And then the old man mole just creeps me out. I'm just like,
you leave Spider-Man alone.
I saw too much of his butt. I didn't like it.
Hey, he's proud of it. You leave him alone.
But
they made sure old man was cheeked up, bro.
What was that movie we just did?
Spirited Away.
Yeah, that was literally what I thought.
Better version.
Yeah, the better version.
Yeah. And then JP actually gave me some Grease vibes.
Well, because of the pompadour?
Yeah, the hair.
But
and he always had his comb.
Yeah.
Combing up his hair.
And he had the little hover bike thing.
Then he effed up his back. He's like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing about this. Like, so, did I like all the drawing? No. Of course not. But, like, I get what they were going for. Like, they're going for a outlandish movie. Right? Yeah. An outlandish death race alien movie. So they're like, how effed up can I draw something right now? Like, how can I do that? Like the little demon radioactive baby. That thing was atrocious. But I was here for it because of the vibe the whole thing was giving. And then dude turned into a octopus 17-eyed moray eel thing to fight the demon baby. I was like, that sounds legit. Like,
some parts I was just like, just letting it play. I'm like, okay, just get back to the race. Okay.
and then the hose. Like,
bro,
the hose, when their car got hit, I was like, hold on, is that a Transformer?
Yeah, it was Gundam. I was
they freaking morphed. And they were sitting in the titties of the thing, and they were doing this whole dance thing.
And then she did coochie
cooed a man.
It obliterated him.
I was like, this is so good. This is so hilarious.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed this as much as me.
And then, like the commander's calling the dude who just got coochie cooed. Like, yo, stop fucking up over there. Yeah. They're like, they're doing too much. And he was like, stop playing with them and go do your job. Because ain't nobody taking them seriously. Because they're a hoish robot dancing.
But they had the moves though. You don't want no smoke with them.
And their car had little finger guns.
Which came in handy. I was like, actually, that is kind of clutch.
And like, they had somebody on their back. They're like, they both talk at the same times, and they sound like Valley Girls. They're like, no. And the freaking finger guns shoot above them. I'm like, how is this working?
And everything's so fast paced, you just accept it. Like, you don't really have time to kind of digest what's happening until after the fact. But as you can see, like, it was thoroughly enjoyable.
So this
wild
thing
as it was.
Ran for an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was not a slow hour and 42. Like, there definitely were some story building moments, right? Mm-hmm. Like where you find out how JP actually knows S. I can't think of her name.
Yeah,
Sonoshi.
I knew it was so. I wanted to say Sanaya, but I was like, no, that's definitely not her name. But yeah, so like you figure out how he knows her. The machine head dude was weird, but I was here for it too because like
everyone likes cyborgs.
Because he was like he said something in his interview. He was like, for these other racers, it's me and my wheels. He was like, I am my wheels. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll see you. But like, it was just so over the top. and it did it so well. Like, there's certain ones where it was like over the top and you're like, okay, like calm down. Like, nah, like anytime, bro, the first like 3 minutes in, it goes over the top. Cause like JP is racing and he's in like 7th place. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, he's holding up the back. You know, nobody's really thinking that he's going to do anything. He was like, really? I'm just trying to make this interesting. My man drops a freaking
atom bomb.
Yeah, a little atom bomb into a thing. And that's apparently his nitrous for a Trans Am, bruh. I said, I know my man is not driving a Trans Am. And they say it. They're like, JP and his Trans Am. I was like, yeah.
I was all for it.
And, bruh, when the nitro hits, the whole car and he morph. They turn into lights, bruh. Like, they just stretch into a light stream beam. It looked like, if you watch, like, I don't know, like Star Trek or something, when they go hyperdrive. Like,
yeah, that's literally what it was.
But it doesn't go straight, bruh. The car, like, bounces up and down, left, right, and then goes straight. And I'm like, why are you bouncing around?
Had to digest.
I was like, what is that?
Bro, when the second time, when it just did 360 the whole way through, I was like, it turned into a Beyblade top. Okay.
My man, they're like, he's skipping across the water right now.
I was like, JP, just do it, bro.
My man is pulling like 87 G's, bro, and he's totally alive. Like, no problem.
Even when after the end, when he crashes, they're both alive.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh,
this man is lucky. Even in the practice, when he crashed his car, he's still alive. I'm like,
he's sitting on top of the crashed heap, just like, damn, I did that.
Destroyed the practice
bro.
car.
I got tears, man. I was watching it, and I'm like, I said it, like, it made me feel like a kid, man.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was a kid watching, like, Fast and Furious the first time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, first I'm like, damn, these cars are cool. They're doing some craziness. Like, that's how I felt when I was watching this. I was like, bruh, they are doing the most. Like, anytime, like, Sonoshi was, like, doing some hyperdrive, freaking hovers, like, boat, submarine BS.
I was here for it.
Like, I'm like, how many buttons do you have in here? She got like a Batman mobile, bro.
Exactly. She drives her car like it's a video game.
Yeah,
like, she was like, all right, I'm put all these, like, doesn't even
she got
look.
all the
all three
power-ups.
levers getting pulled, buttons getting pressed. I'm like,
Bruh,
she's just
if
having
she was
so
in
much
Mario
fun.
Kart, she
She's a
basically
beast.
hit the box every 2 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
She had something new all the time, bro.
Hey, she was committed.
When she was, this is what cracks me up, because I know she has so many weapons in her car. When they get to Redline Race, somebody shoots a missile at her. This chick, she pulls out a
handgun.
gun. She freaking pulls it out, pops her window, and shoots the missile. Who does that, bro?
I was like, that is so badass,
This chick was
bro.
like, hold on, I ain't even wasting none of these none of these missiles, none of these defenses. Hold on, where my gat?
Bow, bow, bow. I was like, yeah. Hey, when they were doing the gambling stuff, I'm like, man, I wasn't saw this shit, JP. I'm like, I'm gonna put a little 100 on both of them.
Bruh, too much.
I enjoyed it.
All right, I'm gonna calm down. Go ahead, Jess. Go ahead.
Nah,
What do you want to say? This was her
She's like
all last night, bro.
She's in awe.
All last night.
Like, nah.
I was here for it.
Okay, I was just like, yeah, these artists are like, basically, let's take the realistic and see how unrealistic we can make this movie.
Yeah.
Because even in the first race, Sonoshi's car looked like the size of a freaking country on the road. And then you got this little yellow Trans Am bouncing around like it's on something. And then you got her car. Then you got her car bouncing around. And then these other cars I'm like, y'all can't drive straight. And then they keep the whole they can't drive straight. Because even when he was riding his motorcycle, he did not drive straight.
Hey, man.
Okay?
The
The only straight I saw was Sonoshi on the practice and him making the turn when he was practicing. That was the most straight in this anime I've ever seen these guys.
Yeah,
No,
But-
I was all for it, man.
I mean, it was very entertaining. It was very entertaining. I will say that. It was
To
very
be fair,
entertaining.
his vehicle is like one of the smallest vehicles there. That is one thing she and I said. We're like, yo, why is his car like a third of the size of everybody else's? Because a lot of people don't have engines and wheels anymore. Like, a lot of them do have hover vehicles, but he's tried and true, because when he was a kid, he saw a dude rocking a gold Trans Am kiss 2 chicks at the same time,
he was like,
and roll out.
That's me.
Which, did you realize that was the old dude, right? The mafia boss?
Yeah.
The mafia boss that
Nuki?
That was in Nuki.
That was him from the past?
Yeah, and the 2 girls are the booby girls.
No, that's not them.
It's not them?
No, it's not them.
So
Those
the
are
one
the
that
2
was-
girls that were with him.
They're still with
He
him.
said he has 2 girls. That's the girls that are all up in his mouth, put
So
in like
what was that,
cream
Coke or
and-
something?
Oh, bro, I don't know.
That didn't look like no
It was-
cream. I'm
It was
like,
too
oh,
much,
bro.
bro. That's what it was.
Yeah, that looked like some pharmaceutical
Bruh.
that was all in his gums. I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you saw a tit on the cheek and fingers in the mouth, and he just looked like he was just there for it. I'm like, that doesn't even look attractive or turning on or any. I don't know what y'all were trying to do there.
I thought that was
Yeah,
cool.
bruh.
I was creeped, and they did it for a long period of time.
They did it on purpose.
But it was a
because-
long period of time.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see
So
like
he was-
almost 2 minutes of this person digging in his mouth.
Hey, bro, it was showing how unhinged he was. He was unhinged.
Yeah.
That man was weird, bro.
It all fit, though.
Yeah. I've just realized, because we're just fanboying over this.
I know. Right?
So, technically, the plot, simple plot. This is a race movie, right? Redline is like the races of races. Like, everybody who's a racer wants to be at Redline.
Yeah, it's like the Universe Cup.
Yeah. And like we said, this is like Death Race, right? So, no holds bar. You can do whatever you want. Like, you can fill your car up with weapons, traps, etc., right? JP's like, nah, I don't do that. Like, he is a purist. And old man Mole was like, yo, like, being a purist is not going to win you this race. Like, you need to load up on weapons. JP's like, nah.
All in just horsepower.
Yeah, he was like, you're the guy who gets the stuff. Frisbee's the dude who sets up the car, because in the first race, Frisbee, you see, dealing with the mob, right? And he basically made a bet that JP would lose. JP's trying to go for the goal. Frisbee blows his car, blows the tire out, whatever. So, car's wrecked, basically. So, it has to get rebuilt. Old man Mole, he's not feeling it. He's like, no, he's, in with the mob. Like, we shouldn't use him for Redline, et cetera, et cetera. Frisbee's like, nah, like, I got this. And JP's like, hey, we're a team, right? Like, that's it. So, yeah, that's kind of, honestly, the plot. Like, it's not a complex show.
Yeah,
like, it's
a
death
fun,
race.
simple race.
With a dude who has a giant pompadour hat and freaking turns into an atom whenever he hits the nitro.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Bro, every time. Even when he has Sonoshi in and they hit it,
bro,
and they both freaking...
I was so
like,
hyped when she literally was like, make my dream come true, sacrifice her father's gift, drop that thing in there.
Which they say no man can handle the power that Steam Light gives.
Steam Light. But it was two.
Both of them
man
were
and a woman together. Like, all four hands
he
on
has
there.
it, and then she has it. He's like, they're pulling 90 G's instead of the 87.
Hey, I was
that freaking machine head out here like leveling up every 2 seconds.
Bro, I was like, he is cheating. He was like the game boss that just pulling stuff out of that. I'm like,
he had
bro,
like 4 stages.
Broke his own, like the main wheel. He's like literally like driving on his chest. Then he rebuilds a whole tire out of nowhere.
Yeah, then he turns his front arms into a wheel ramp thing.
Yeah,
and then he turns into
a
bird.
jet. Yeah, I'm like, this guy is cheating. I was like, okay,
bro.
whatever.
Yeah, bro. But there was it was a good movie.
Much needed after the foolishness yesterday. Well, last week.
Man, I tell you, like that was it was. I liked the characters that they did build up, which the main characters are for sure JP and Sonoshi. Who Sonoshi at first starts making fun of JP because his nickname is Sweet JP. So then she goes, he's like, okay, Cherry Boy Hunter. She's like, who's that? He's like, that's you. That's your nickname. And then she gets like annoyed. He's like, why the sad face? She was like, Cherry Boy Hunter. Like, she didn't know her own name.
And she ain't like it either.
She didn't like it either, bro. But like, their interest in each other seemed pretty organic to me because they're both gearheads, right? Like, she's like, that's my love is racing. My dad and I built cars together, etc. And then you have a flashback and you see how JP got into racing, which involves her. So it's it's an interesting organic thing. But yeah, like it's not this movie happens over, I want to say max a month, like max, because when they first start rebuilding it might even be like 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna lie.
Maybe. Because
he was in the hospital. Then the next day he finds out he's going to Redline.
And that was fast.
Yeah, not too long after he's traveling to the planet for Redline, which Redline is not sanctioned on this planet. They're like, nah, I'm no.
Robo World.
Yeah, Robo World. They're like, no, you are not allowed to do it here. And Redline said, okay, so we're doing it here. And so, bruh, it turns from Death Race to a whole-on battle royale. Like,
man.
Like if you've ever played the game Rocket League, it's like Rocket League on steroids with some from Gundams and jets and I don't know what else, Transformers, like just shooting at everybody. Like it was OD, but it was great.
This one you guys will thoroughly enjoy for sure.
Yeah, it will make you feel like a kid again. So for me, who loves cars, right? I was here, especially for the car, like the way they were shifting, the sounds when it shifted. Realistic. I was like, oh, this sounds so good. The way the combustion hit when he hit the nitro in, it's just like, oh man, this is good. And what they did is they showed him purging it, right? Like he unscrews the NOS. Purges it, and then he hits it. And they're like, yo, why would you hit it twice? Are you an idiot? You're gonna blow up your car, bro.
He's like, I gotta
he's like, hey,
get across that line.
Shoot, I'm trying to win. Like he's like, I don't care if I die or my car dies. I'm winning.
Yeah, we'll rebuild it.
But no, it was just enjoyable. It literally just it threw me back in time, and I was like, bro, I feel like a kid. Like I literally said that. I was like, man, I feel like a kid right now.
Yeah,
like I was having fun. The hoes were funny. The corrupt cop was funny.
Oh my goodness!
He was like, I'm gonna beat all them racers that think they can beat. And he's like, so how does it feel to be like a person who's supposed to be upholding the law, and you're having a affair with your partner, and the partner looks. He's like, "Shut up!" He like yeets him off the camera.
I was all for it.
Yeah, bro. And then everybody is using their time to like do product placement for their stuff. They're like, "We're the fastest bounty hunters. Buy our new thing."
Right? I was like, they have advertisements in their promo. Okay.
The funniest one for me was right after the cop, because the reason the cop got in was he knocked out these two like brothers, right? Like he arrested them the day before. That's how he got in, right? So then it turns out they do make it to Redline. So they have an interview with them, and like it starts off all prim and proper. Like they sit down in two chairs. They're like sitting there and they're like relaxing. You just hear nothing. It's silent for a little bit. Like, fuck you! And they cut it off. It's just so funny because like,
and then the humans
in it. I was expecting it, but I was like, "What's happening?" They're like,
he's gonna do something. He has to.
They're like, they're relaxed, like, "Fuck you, man."
He had to. I was like, he's too calm. It's too relaxed. And then everyone's doing something extreme on their intro. So you're like, nah, he's got to do something. Like, this anime literally gives you the context clues that something funny is going to happen. I was all for it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, bro. Like, oh, man.
Nah, I love the introductions. That pretty much started, like, the comedy for me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just carried it throughout the rest of the hour and a half.
Yeah, the comedy in this, the action in this, the racing. Again, like even the cars, like we were talking about, they're bouncing all around and stuff. Like
hilarious.
Like even they were part of the comedy. Like it was such just a good movie. Like,
the choreography between like the race battles, like if one person attacks, they'll figure out to use the terrain and get revenge. And I was like, they're playing literally chess as they race, which is like amazing to see, and it was just orchestrated beautifully. I was like, I'm all in.
Yeah, but if you are like the wife and I, this is definitely a for the boys movie.
Yeah,
like
for the boys.
Like don't. I'm not fronting. Like the wife is huge into cars. Like that's one of our passions. We love working on our cars, etc. But when it came to the movie, she's like, "All right, this is over the top." Like I saw it in her face, bro. Like I'm just like, yeah, more.
the inner boy is coming out.
It's like when you're like a little kid and you're like the girl that just wants to hang out with the boys, but the boys are playing cars, so they're not playing cars the right way. Like not driving in a straight line or following the track. They're like the little boy that goes off the track and then bouncing. Yeah. Like, it reminds me so much of how our son plays. And he's 3. And I'm just like, can you just push the car straight? Just push the car straight.
That's not fun. No, you want to take up the entire room.
It's like, I'm like, all right, we're gonna switch cars. Like they're gonna pass each other. He doesn't pass it. No, he rams them. I'm like, no.
Gotta ram them, gotta drift around them, showboat a little bit.
Yeah, so it's a for the boys movie. But I mean, I did enjoy it. But I will say, it's not a girl like. It's not for the girls like off like on your own. It's much more fun to watch it with the boys. I'm not gonna lie. I had more fun hearing his reactions to it. He would just be like, "What? Why are they doing that?"
Yeah, bro. I was like, "What the? Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect." Like, I'd be like, "What the hell is going on?"
I understand.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, and then like even the ending. Like the ending is technically like so abrupt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they race finishes, and then it's like the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's it."
I was like, perfect.
I was like, "That's perfect.
Perfect.
That is so perfect." I was like, "We were here for the race. Like this isn't called Redline, a love story. Like this is Redline. Like
You hit it?
perfect.
Yeah.
Race is done. Movie's done. This is great." Like I was like the movie watcher in my head was fighting me. Like because I was like, "That's how they're gonna end it." Like they're not gonna give me like a synopsis, like a closing out. Like I'm at the climax. Where's the come down? But me in my head was like, "Fuck you, perfect. Race is done. This is great." And this is the most I've cussed in anyone.
I know, right?
It was just
That good.
It's so ridiculous, man.
The only thing I wanted them to add is I wanted JP and Sonashi to like have their trophy or award in hand.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The movie person in me, I was like, I want that. But like at the end of the day, you see
you get
it.
what you want,
So like that's it. Like,
all you need to know is that they wanted to participate and win, and they did. That's it. So I thoroughly enjoyed this 1,000%. Which is crazy because the ratings from last week to this week will literally be night and day. So, oh man,
yeah, but yeah, no, like it's this is gonna be one of our shorter ones, but it's mainly because again, like it's not that it's lacking plot. The plot is very straightforward, and they do that. Like they are very true to that plot that they set up, right? Like it is a race movie that's over the top, and that's if you don't want that, don't be there because that's what it's gonna be, right? So I loved it, and the fact that they stayed with that. So we can jump into ratings. I know you started off first last week, so who wants to go first? Jess?
I mean, I can go first.
Go ahead, knock it out.
I'm gonna give it because it's just off of me, off rip.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
fine.
An 8.
Damn, that's more than I
yeah,
thought you were going to. I'm not going to lie.
super surprised. I was literally predicting numbers. I'm like,
I'm like, this is going to be like a 7, maybe
6.5. 7.
Also, because you just sounded like Frankie to me. Like,
What, just now?
Super. Like, I'm in the headspace of over the top right now. I need you to do the hands right now.
No, you're doing it for me. See, this is why we need to record video. We would literally have so many more views. Hey, I don't know. 2023, we may have to incorporate the video.
Yeah, for sure. Once my house is done, we'll do some more stuff.
Yeah. All right, and I got the little table attached with the camera.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness.
anyway. Sorry. Go ahead, babe.
Okay.
I
didn't know my rating was gonna be this shocking to you guys.
Yeah, I swear.
I
Like
was
a 6 or a
definitely,
7.
I thought I was like 6.5, 7.
Okay. No. Like, I enjoyed it, okay? I did enjoy it. Now, if I watched this by myself, yes, it probably would have been a 6 or a 5. So you kind of bumped it up there, babe, okay? You bumped it up. But, yeah. No, it was very entertaining, and I really did enjoy it, but I did enjoy it a lot more watching it with you. So, that is my rating.
All right, Ace.
So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. This was amazing. This is everything that I needed. Last week was horrendous. So for this week, I am so happy to just have something that's just fire, so enjoyable, and just something that I can rewatch and over, English, Japanese, it don't matter. I will enjoy this. So, yeah. Can't really speak on it any more. Actually, I can. So it is really good. Like, I'm just playing. CJ, what you think? What's your rating?
Yeah, I like the more. At first, I came into it thinking I'd probably give it a 9, but the more we talked about it, the more I'm like, it did everything that it said it was going to do without saying it. Like again, I've said this before, but Rick usually says this when it's more about like more cerebral, complex things like show me, don't tell me. Right. But like they showed you what this movie was gonna be about off rip. And I think the reason at first was like there was some art choices that I didn't like. So that's why I was like, 9. But like it makes sense because they're going over the top. Like right. That is the point of it. And the art style of this is amazing. The fluidity of it is so good. Especially from like 2009. Like I want to say I saw something, so don't quote me. It was something I saw that they said that this had like 110K plus frames in it or something, which is insane because like if I remember correctly, a lot of anime like episodes have like anywhere from 20 to maybe 30 frames an episode, right? So if you multiply that out, you're still in say mid 60s to highball 80s, right? Okay. So it has more than that, and you can definitely tell because it looks so fluid. Like we actually paused it a couple times because either I had to get up or Jess had to get up, and there was never that screen tearing, right? Like it looked like a complete picture. Like they did their diligence to make sure it was fluid, right? The sounds of the engines of the vehicles, everything sounded so good. Like it was just well done. Like I loved it. I would easily watch this again. And I'm actually hyped to watch it with my kiddo, like when he gets older. Not the 18 plus one, the normal one.
It is 2022 right now. He's gonna be. I already saw.
Hey, because I'm probably gonna do this like when he's like 12, latest.
10.
because he loves cars. He loves drifting. He loves crashing cars. Every boy likes crashing cars, but that is his thing. He loves to go to car meets and watch like them drift and do all that stuff. Yeah. So this is gonna be a movie he's gonna love. So yeah. It's a definite 10 for me. 10 from Ace and an 8 from the wife. So good. Now this next one you probably haven't seen. She's seen a little bit of it because I had watched it a while ago when it came out. This came out in 2016. There's only one season. Okay. Genre is comedy. It is Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? Okay. So, if anybody knows that name, then I'm with you on it because it was actually kind of popular when it came out, but then it kind of died down. Like it was one of those seasonal anime, and you didn't get like crazy notice of it. There was actually some other stupid like super powered one that was around the time that got more notice, but this one it's a different type of over the top, and it's funny.
It literally is like who has a reputation for being the coolest person among their entire student body. I'm like,
but that's the thing. It's over the top in a different way because this was over the top on purpose. This guy is, for lack of a better word, misunderstood in the most outlandish, over the top ways.
Okay,
and it's funny, right?
I needed this. Let's make October great because September was.
Yeah, and we'll probably end with like a quote unquote spookier one.
Yeah, for Halloween.
So we'll probably. I was talking to the wife about it. We'll probably do after Sakamoto, Promised Neverland. Okay. Because that's probably a good one for like the October season. So. Okay. So heard it here now. 10, 10, 8 for Redline. Next week is Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? And then most likely the next the week after that will be The Promised Neverland Season 1.
Cool.
So, until then, though, thank you for everybody who listens. I am CJ.
This is Ace.
And I'm Jess.
And we will catch you next AA meeting.